Hello my peeps! Can you tell that I'm not in Edinburgh today? I am in Prague, my second home. I used to live here until I was, I think, 21 or 22. It's been some time since that age. Anyway, this time I am visiting to do some paperwork and to also spend some quality time with my sister because it's going to be her 25th birthday, baby. And I thought that as I am doing all of those very important things, I would take you along and take you to some of the places that I love and I know many people do not know about. I would say, hidden gems, off the beaten path, all of those buzzwords. Let's do all of them. Let's really hack the algorithm and do all of those cool things. One of my fellow YouTubers, I don't know him personally, but a lot of you might know him. His name is Janek Rubesh, and he is the Czech YouTuber who people abroad might know because he runs the Honest Guide YouTube channel in English. He was talking about how a lot of people who visit Prague, they kind of get this tourist map, and it really is quite limited to the city center when a lot of really cool areas are just around the historical city center. Right now we are in Dejvice. This is the home of the Technical University of Prague, and there's a lot of cool kind of 70s, 80s architecture, but also modern architecture. We're gonna have a little walk around here. And other than that, I'm gonna mostly take you to cool coffee shops and little snack places because that is my jam. By the way, the weather is usually kind of 30-degree-ish, so yeah, be prepared for that. A lot of linen and cotton. The trams get really hot. The metro is very cool, so that's where you can hide. That's the only place because AC is not really a thing. And yeah, let's explore and not melt. That is hopefully the plan. Dejvice is mostly a quietish residential area which is placed kind of between the Prague Castle area and the airport. It is also the home to multiple universities in Prague, the most visible being the Czech Technical University. The complex of its buildings includes the National Technical Library, which is slick on the outside and colorful on the inside. Unfortunately, they didn't let me take any footage, but here are some pictures so you know. Find some cool cafes beyond the university area too. One of my personal faves is this Korean bakery, Bakery 60. Especially in the AM, the selection is really wide and impressive, and if you're a fan of curry bread, shokuban and red bean buns, don't miss out on this little gem. If you want more of a classic Prague cafe culture, pop into Zase Kávák. It has a huge space in the back, sitting under a massive cherry tree, surrounded by hydrangeas. Just perfect for the summer. Absolute majority of cafes in Prague are licensed, so you don't have to come here for coffee only. There's also local craft beers on tap. Walking towards my sister's neighborhood, we are cutting through Letna, a massive park overlooking the city and one of the necessary oases for hot city days. It's pretty well known for its beer garden with a spectacularly photogenic vista, but it's also great for simply picnicking, people watching, or a little jog. Towards the further end of Letna, you will find another one of my big cafe faves, Podlipami. This is such a good choice if you're looking for a lunch or brunch. My sister got the veggie spread and I had to have the Czech-style pancakes. I pretty much always get them here, and it is my recommendation. These were with whipped farmer's cheese, fruit and pistachios.
area, a farmer's market most travelers don't know about, Hetmaniak. This market is open almost every Saturday between 8 and 2, but it is good to check on their website first because, there are some oddities to that schedule. A new addition to the neighborhood is the Argentinian bakery called Cruz Panaderia. Two things. One, their bakes are so moist yet crispy, genuinely surprised by the level of perfection. And two, the store itself is really stylish and has AC. This is a big deal in Prague, not many places do, so go cool down here with a Media Luna. You want it off the beaten path? Well, here is the offest of them all, the island of Stvanice, which especially in afternoons and nights becomes this Berlin-style hub of socializing and music. But during the day you can also just sit by the water and enjoy your focaccia from the Argentinian bakery. And if you're lucky like we were, you can also listen to the harmonic sound of the monthly siren test. Say that Prague is a bit like a mix of Berlin and Vienna, and the next place we'll go to definitely leans Berlin-y too. Kasárna Karlin is a cultural hub boasting multiple cafes and beer outlets, open-air cinema, and a little lookout tower. You can grab a vegan hot dog and drink here and just enjoy the vibe. Super close to Kasárna Karlin is a hidden cafe serving ice cream sandwiches, traditional cake, and a small town atmosphere. It's called Parlor, and fun fact, we've talked about them in one of our first videos ever, which was about ice cream spots in Prague. So yeah, nice to be back! Since I've learned that Prague is getting its own taiyaki bar, I knew I'd need to go. Taiyaki is a type of Japanese waffle, and here you can get it more traditionally filled with red bean paste or custard, or the more contemporary snack way with ice cream. I recommend this spot if you have a hankering for Asian flavors like matcha or milk tea. Zrnozrnko is a relatively new chain of bakeries. You will find them kind of all over extended city center. It's weird to be recommending a chain, but if you're a foreigner, this is such an accessible way of trying Czech bakes, which are my favorite part of Czech cuisine. Plus they do great coffee too. pop this store into my video because it's a bit bit like the Prague equivalent of Edinburgh's Scottish Design Exchange, officially my favorite shop in the whole of Edinburgh. Visit here for original gifts made by Czech creatives. We also popped into this little cafe/bar next to the Museum of Art and Design, which currently had a photo exhibition about tennis. Loved the 90s vibe of this setup. For any reason end up in the area of Nusle, don't forget to visit Typica, one of Prague's most beloved artisanal coffee shops. I also enjoyed the little snacky, lunchy bits here and a very retro-looking cake. Did you expect me to also take you beyond Prague? Well, look at me, all adventurous and out there. We took an Uber to Unětice, a village known for two things: its brewery and this little farmstead-like cafe, which makes about 10 types of Czech pie every day, sweet and savory. And don't worry, you're in Czech Republic, so this place also has a beer tap. It's a pretty easy way to experience the feel of Czech countryside without having to travel far. After our pie-heavy lunch, we walked all the way back to the city through woods and fields, and it was just so serene and nostalgic. And why not end on a high note? The Royal Park of Stromovka is hands down one of my favorite spots in the whole city. Especially in the summer, when the abundant trees create respite from the heat and sunshine, and the landscape of small hills, man-made lakes, and romantic architecture will chill you down, not only on the outside, but also on the inside, man. It's just so well upkept, and every time I visit, there are more new bits and bobs added to the park. Most recently, they've added this area with communal barbecues, outdoor gyms, skate park, and a great little cafe which serves homemade ice lollies. Mine was made with quark and spices, tasted like a little chai latte yogurt.
Okay, those were 5 or 6 or 7 days in Prague. It was just a blur. I really had a lot to do here apart from all of this fun time frolicking that I showed you in this video. There was a lot of paperwork, which is never fun in a post-communist country. Much trauma. Very sad. But now I have a new passport and all is good. Thank you so much for sticking with me for this video. I know this is not what I usually do, but I would actually quite like to come back at some point, maybe later this year or next year, and make something similar, because I think Prague has so much going on. Again, more than Edinburgh, it's a larger city. Let me know in the comments below if this is something that you enjoyed watching, if this is something that you find helpful or at least exciting, if this made you want to visit Prague because you thought it was just Prague Castle and a lot of like beautiful, slightly vampiric looking historic architecture, and not also all of this fun stuff like, you know, drinking Aperol spritz on an undulated little bench in Stromovka. I would love to come back and make more of these. Okay, now I'm gonna, well, I guess that I'm gonna go buy some ice cream and then I'm gonna go back home and pack my bag and go back to Edinburgh, which is kind of sad. I really wish I had slightly more time here, but Edinburgh calls and I need to get on making more videos about Edinburgh for you because I know you love those the most. Fair, I get it. I've built the brand around it. Makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna do that. In the meantime, if you feel like you miss me, you can always visit me on Kakibot, which is kind of my Instagram account for art, and Kakiblog, which is my Instagram account for kind of more guidey, more Edinburgh-based things. Yes. Wow, I am tired. This has been, this has been a tiring week. Also, it was so hot. And today, it was like 80% humidity the whole day. Phew. Pack some linen if you're coming to Prague. It's gonna save your life. Alrighty, thanks again for watching and I will see you soon. Bye. Ice cream now.